What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Gonna talk about the Gypsy King Tyson Fury. Looking at who he's gonna fight after he demolished Tom Schwartz. They say I'm hearing reports on Boxing Scene, a report on Boxing Scene saying that Jarrell Miller could be possibly the next guy to fight Tyson Fury. Jarrell Big Baby Miller is serving a 6-month suspension, but his suspension should be up right about the time that Tyson Fury and his camp is looking to make his next fight, somewhere around the end of September and or the beginning of October. Jarrell Big Baby Miller said at the fight Saturday night that the 6 months will be over in September, and that he probably couldn't be ready in September, but October he could definitely be ready for that fight. So maybe that's the guy that they're looking to fight pair Tyson Fury up with next. I would think they would like to put him in with a better opponent, since the fact that Deontay Wilder is fighting Luis Ortiz, a top 5 heavyweight. You would want to at least put Tyson Fury in there with a Jarrell Miller, who's in my opinion a top 10 heavyweight, definitely, maybe top 7, top 8 heavyweight. So that's what they're looking to make, man. That's the front runner right now. That's the front runner. That's front runner for the fight with Tyson Fury. The 2 dates they're looking at is September 21st and October 5th. Going by Jarrell Big Baby Miller comments, October 5th will probably be the best date for that fight. So we'll see what happens, man. Frank Warren said after the fight that Jarrell Miller is something opponent that they'll be looking at, and he said ideally they would want that Tyson Fury next opponent to be American. So he said they will look into it and see how it plays out, man. That's what Frank Warren said. So we'll see what happens, man. Jarrell Big Man Miller also stated that he has talked with Bob Arum, had a good conversation with Bob Arum, and he said he said he would be willing to fight Tyson Fury. That would be a better opponent than I was anticipating if it turns out to be Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Because where everything was looking at, you look at the fighters that top 5 fighters that top tier fighters that Tyson Fury could fight. You looked at Dylan White's got a fight in July 20th, and Tyson Fury already said he's not going to fight him. You look at Joseph Parker, he's just signed with Matchroom, so that's a fight that's not going to happen. You got Brian Jennings, he's got a fight I think July 13th against Joe Joyce. Maybe if he possibly win that fight, which he's probably underdog in that fight, but if he can win that fight, maybe he's a top-ranked fighter. Maybe you can match him up with Tyson Fury. But Jarrell Big Man Miller is the only guy that's out there. Obviously, that doesn't have an opponent because he's serving a 6-month suspension. So that's probably the likely fight, man. That would be an interesting fight, man. You got 2 guys that don't pack a lot of power, but they throw a lot of punches. Very skilled, probably 2 of the most skilled fighters in the heavyweight division, in Tyson Fury and Jarrell Big Baby Miller. So it will be a good fight as far as a technical fight. It'll be a very good technical fight as far as guys that can actually box and actually got throw good combinations, throw a lot of punches. Jarrell Miller was the most highest volume puncher in the heavyweight division. You look at his punches per round, he throws a lot of punches. Same as Fury. Fury throws a lot of punches per round too. I think Fury needs to get his connect percentage up too, though. For a person like him that throws a lot of punches, he doesn't have a high percentage of those punches landing, but he does a lot of feigning. He puts on a lot of show with a lot of good head movement. So I think he fools the judges in a lot of rounds that he actually not really landing anything or really doing anything, any kind of damage in that round, but he's looking very awkward, moving his head, showboating, making the other guy look bad on his offense. And I think that sways a lot of judges. That's what I think they in Deontay Wilder, I think they got caught up in his defense, as he was able to make Deontay Wilder miss a lot in that fight with his right hand. He had great head movement and very awkward, throwing punches from different angles. What they call a cute boxer. Fighting cute. Throwing these punches that's wowing the crowd. Like, man, he's throwing punches. He's throwing a lot of punches from a guy that's 6'9", throwing punches from different angles. Awkward type of fighter, 6'9", a guy that can move, very agile. He gets a lot of points and gets a lot of points in a lot of people's eyes when they're watching him fight. So we'll see what happens, man. That'll be an interesting fight. Hopefully that fight goes down. Like I said, I'm looking for his next opponent. If it ain't Jarrell Miller, it's to be an American fighter, man. You brought a guy, Tom Schwartz, over in Las Vegas that nobody had ever heard of. You know, the guy was a nobody, fought a bunch of bums over there in Germany. And you see Tyson Fury was able to dispose of him real quick. You know, in my prediction video, I predicted an 8th round KO. He got him out of there, and I guess I gave Tom Sports too much credit. I thought he would last 8 rounds, but actually Fury got him out of there in round 2. So he, you know, considering the guy that was in front of him, you know, he took advantage of, you know, he did what you're supposed to do with a guy that's not on your level. You get him out of there as quick as possible. You show everybody in the whole world that the guy is not on your level. And that's what he did. But this next fight he got coming up in early October, need to be against a tougher competition, a guy that's everybody look at that might have at least have a chance to beat Tyson Fury. You look at who Deontay Wilder is fighting, Luis Ortiz. Deontay Wilder is the favorite, but you know, you have some people out there that can predicting Luis Ortiz will win that fight. He has a chance. A very skilled Cuban with knockout power, southpaw stance. That's very, very hard to figure out that style of fighting, especially when there's not that many southpaws in the heavyweight division. You know, you got Luis Ortiz and you got Tyson Fury. Those are probably the only 2 southpaws at the elite level in the heavyweight division. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's what's going down, man. You know, Tyson Fury next opponent could be Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and the press conference would be epic. You're talking about 2 of the best trash talkers in the game, so that fight will give a lot of hype. By the time the fight roll around, I think it'll actually do good views and get the subscriptions and on ESPN Plus. Maybe they put it on ESPN pay-per-view. Maybe they put that fight on ESPN pay-per-view. But that's definitely a ESPN Plus fight or ESPN pay-per-view fight. That, you know, you got 2 of the best talkers in the game. The press conference is gonna be epic. Might be some altercations at the press conference. You know, you see what Jarrell Big Baby Miller did with Anthony Joshua, pushed him, talked a lot of trash, pumped that fight up here. A lot of people excited about that fight before he got suspended. So I think the press conference and the trash talking about 2 of the guys. You look at them 2 guys. You look at Tyson Fury, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and Deontay Wilder. Them right there are the best trash talkers in all of boxing, let alone you got 3 of them in the heavyweight division right there. So it'll be good. It'll be a good fight that probably will sell, man. And Bob might put that fight on pay-per-view. He might look at that and say, okay, Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz is gonna be on pay-per-view, on Showtime pay-per-view. We're gonna put this fight on ESPN pay-per-view. We got you know, Deontay Wilder's gonna have to sell that fight again like he sold the first fight because Luis Ortiz doesn't speak English. So, but that's not going to be a problem with Tyson Fury and Jarrell Big Baby Miller, man. They're going to both be able to promote the fight. So, it'll be interesting to see if that fight's on pay-per-view, what the Tyson Fury fight, how many pay-per-views that will do on ESPN compared to how many pay-per-view Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz does. Because people remember that first fight, which was one of the best fights of that year. I think it was 2017. That was probably candidate for Fight of the Year 2017, the Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder fight. So people going to be pumped up about the rematch. You know, looking at what happened in the 7th round when he had Deontay Wilder in trouble. Deontay Wilder was able to come back and end up knocking out Luis Ortiz. And you got that going against Tyson Fury, a great salesman and promoter, against Jarrell Big Baby Miller, another great salesman and promoter. So that'd be good, man. Barbell won't have to do nothing but sit back, man, and let them 2 take over the press conference, man. It'll be an epic situation. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's of all the available opponents that's out there, got a bunch of no names out there. You know, Manuel Char, maybe they pick him. That's not a fight that excites anybody. You know, again, if Brandon Jennings beats Joe George, maybe that's another opponent that Top Rank could look at. But out of those 2 and with Jarrell Miller, I think Jarrell Miller would be the best opponent, man. He'd be the best opponent, the best available opponent out there, man. I think they ought to go because he's a total package as far as selling and promoting the fight. And you can promote his record, undefeated. He actually undefeated like Tom Schwartz, but he actually has a better resume than Tom Schwartz. Tom Schwartz fought a bunch of C-level bums in Germany. Jarrell Big Baby Miller is actually fought decent heavyweights. He's not fought elite heavyweights, but he's actually fought decent heavyweights. So that'll be a great promotion, great lead up to the fight, and we'll see what happens. Again, Tyson Fury and Team Tyson Fury is looking at Jarrell Big Baby Miller as his next opponent, either on September 21st or October 5th. More than likely, if it's Jarrell Big Baby Miller, it'll be October 5th. We'll see what happens, man. But I just want to let you guys know this little news that came out today about Tyson Fury potential next opponent being Jarrell Big Baby Miller. All right, man, I'm about to get up out of here. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.